Hello and welcome to my neighborhood. I'm at one. Um, Greetings. So I don't really know what to tell you, but the pseudonym, because I do have a birth certificate name and it's not at one with zero, and it's because I picked up some violent stalkers a few years back, and they may have forgotten about me, but they may be relentlessly searching for me by my birth name, and I don't want them to find out, anything. So that's why I am not using my birth name. And it's not just paranoia. I mean, there is reason to believe that I am marked, so that's bad. Um, so let me tell you a little bit about myself. I would have to say that in terms of top five important things um, that are true about me or have to do with me, uh, in the top five easily is math. Um, I have 2 degrees in math, master's and a bachelor's. The bachelor's I got from UC Berkeley, go Bears, and then the master's was from San Francisco State University, and I don't remember their mascot. Slug? No, that's that's Santa Cruz. Um, so I actually was at the bottom of the barrel at Berkeley, and at San Francisco State, I was like the best thing since sliced bread. Like I was not top of my class, but second, maybe, but third, definitely, at least third place in terms of just not just ability, but also just knowledge, an amount of knowledge, and I've tried various times to go back to get a PhD, like as a re-entry student, and so I went to the University of Montana, and I lived in Montana for a couple months. Um, Unfortunately, there was a sexual assault, and I decided to come back to California. And actually, I was kicked out of school because my response was um, pretty extreme uh, towards the person I suspect of doing it. My response was pretty extreme. Um, I can't say what I did because anything I say here might be false. So um, just keep that in mind. Actually, it's all true, but I have to say that it's all false. So the first 20 to 25 years of my life, my childhood was pretty difficult. I don't mean to compare to anyone else's childhood. My childhood was my childhood. Your childhood was your childhood. You know, a son being slapped up by his mom, maybe that was a daily occurrence in some houses. But yeah, my mom hit me a lot of times. She menaced me with a knife once. She tried to kill herself once in front of me. Um, so that was my childhood, 0 to 25 years. And I don't really know how I got to Berkeley. My essay right now, I would consider my essay to be subpar, but my GPA at community college was 3.85, and anything over 3.6, and they start actually looking at you. If you have below 3.5, odds are you're not even going to be considered very much at Berkeley. And to be honest, like, it doesn't matter that much. If your teacher's a Nobel laureate, that just means that, they still might have to teach, like, lower division classes. And, actually, the math department assigns one to everyone. You have to teach one high-level class and one, intro class. And so I think I think they all dread the weeder classes, um, and I wouldn't. That's my bread and butter is the intro class. The intro class is where you can gather more math majors. If you teach it right, you're supposed to get people interested in math. Not just like, how do you solve this? Let's break down like 6 types of problems. Here's how you do each type of problem. Bang. That's all you need to know. And that's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. Um, there needs to be a lot more emphasis on why are you solving for X? What the fuck does that mean? Like, if I say 3x plus 7 equals, um, 10, what is X? Um, what does that even mean? 3 times a number plus 10 equals whatever. I don't forget what the problem was. But, yeah, it's like, why? That's why, when I was teaching, I've taught for a while. And when I was teaching, well, first of all, I never gave multiple choice tests. All my tests were free response. And so I would be able to give them partial credit. If you have multiple guess, tests or quizzes, a lot of them can succeed by good guessing rather than understanding of the material. Whereas if you have no multiple choice, I guess you might have, yeah, no, yeah, you can test their line of thinking, and do they write in the language of the class. Um, the minimum score I graded was a 3 out of 10. That showed me that at least they understood the question. They had no idea how to solve it, but they wrote something down that is relevant, but it's nowhere near the solution. But it indicates they do understand the question, so I gave them 3 points for that. If it's blank, you would get no points. And then 6, I would give that to students who are almost at a passing level, but are not. And, 8, 9, and 10 was pretty much how you would expect. 9 means that it's almost a 10, except there's one minor mistake, but that mistake doesn't show a conceptual error. It's just like a clerical error. Like, instead of X, you write Y, at some point. And it's a clerical error, not a gap in understanding. Um, should be in the center, or... Okay, let's be in the center. So those are my credentials academically. Um, the total time I've spent homeless is 8 months. The total time I've spent in mental institutions is approximately 3 months. So I have almost a year just gone. Um, see, what did I say? Oh yeah, homeless plus. That's right. Homeless plus. Um, sorry, I lost my train of thought. I lose my train of thought often. You might notice that my head tilts this way quite a bit. I'm trying to avoid it, but it's called it's a droop. That's the medical term for it. Like right now, I'm drooping. The camera's pretty much level. So I'm not. I don't think it's a great big deal because she saw it, but she's not treating it. I think it just indicates something, but she's not treating it. Yeah, so I have 8 months, and then 3 months in. So I have 11 months in captivity. Um, so technically, I'm only 43. Yeah, and I learned how to survive in that environment. I was homeless in many cities. It's kind of like I was shopping for the best place to be homeless, and the answer I got was Davis, California. Davis was the best one to be homeless in. I I could say more about Davis, but I'll leave it at that. Reno, I was in Reno for a night. Funny story behind that. Really funny story behind that, where I got fucking kicked out before the first night was done. Like I came all the way to Reno, like someone paid for that ticket, and I came all the way to Reno, and she kicked me out before we went to sleep. It said you just gotta go, and I think it was like midnight, so I had to wait for the bus station to open, and it was 11 degrees. There was a sign that said 11 degrees, and that sucked. Um, and where else? Sacramento, South San Francisco, Woodland for one night. Um, I can't think of any major places where I stayed. I Yeah, I stayed in Davis twice. Once in 2003, and then 2018 was the other one. I was a dumpster diver. Can you imagine that? I have a master's degree in math. I should be teaching and making six figures, but I'm dumpster diving in Sacramento at age 42 or whatever. And right now, I'm self sufficient. I'm the only occupant of the room. Um, that's amazing. It really was not fun to live with two other men in the room and two women like in the other room. So I had four fucking roommates in a tiny little space, and they charged us $500 for that. No other amenities, like internet, yes, but they paid for utilities and water, but fuck that. Um, I guess I've hit a lot of major points, but you know this is who I am, and welcome to my channel. Please feel free to enjoy what you see.